Hi, welcome, I'm Hannah, and I'm so excited today because I just got my new Looxi Auroras in the mail. I've been swatching all of the recent Looxi collections. I just uploaded the Butterfly Kisses collection yesterday. I've also done the Halloween Treats and the Snow Angels. This one's kind of exciting because it's actually still in stock on the website. Their website generally has a lot of things out of stock. These collections usually go by so quick. I'm not sure if this one's meant to be more of a permanent collection, and that's why. But either way, it's nice that this time you have the luxury, if you haven't already purchased it, of seeing swatches, seeing which ones are good or not, and purchasing only the ones you want. Because in my eyes, they kind of have a reputation of the swatches look way better than they are in person. Even the really good ones are just not as shifty as they look in the swatches, and some of them are not up to par for what I want for my collection. They are $3, which I think kind of adds to like the worth it. It kind of makes it fun for me to try them out and see, but someone who's being smart with their money might not want to blindly spend $3 a shadow and not know what they're getting. So hopefully this helps with that. I'm gonna try all of them out of my eyes. We'll compare them to the swatches on the website, and we'll decide if this collection is worth it or not, which shades I would recommend picking up, and let's get into it. So I just got the package earlier today and I opened it up. I didn't mean to swatch anything, but I did stab my finger into this first one. This is Solstice. I'll pop the website swatch up on the screen. My first thought seeing this is that it looks like the NARS Orgasm color, that like golden peachy pink. Super pretty though. The website describes it as a rosy red with shifts of peach, gold, and hints of green, so we'll see about that. This one, I can tell you from the stabbing of it earlier, that it doesn't feel like that super sparkly formula that I tend to prefer, but these more thin metallics, they can still be good. I like them if they're shifty. Someone with a smaller collection might get more use out of them. I tend to be a little bit harsh just because I have so many single shadows. So that's Solstice on my hand. I definitely see like the peachy pink and gold flip. I don't have any primer on my eyes, but I did kind of go over it with my foundation brush a little bit. Yeah, so this one's interesting. It's not necessarily my favorite formula. I wouldn't say it's that super foily, thick, shimmery formula that I love, but it's still super pretty. I really like the shade of it. That like mid-tone pink base is right up my alley. And I like that you can see that around the rim of it, it looks more sparkly and gold. I think it's a pretty interesting shade. If you're into it, I think you'd like it. Next up is one of the shades that I was most excited about from the website Swatches. This one's Phone Home. What, baby? Sora, what? It looks like such a unique shade of green. I'm not even sure how I would describe it. The website describes it as a green, pink, and beige gold shifting shade. And it looks very lime in the swatch too, which really intrigues me. This is one of the two shades on the website. This one and Supersonic are sold out right now, but you can sign up for email notifications and then they'll just send you an email when they come in stock. I've done that a ton of times and it's super convenient. This one feels like the kind of shade I like too. All right, I think this is gonna be a good shade. Cool, I'm excited. I like this one. It is very limey, but I think there is some kind of like neutral shift to it. Like it definitely looks a little bit brown when I turn and the light hits it differently, or rather when the light doesn't hit it. I like this. I think I'm gonna get some use out of this shade. Next up we have Andromeda. This looks like a super interesting shade. It looks like more of an antique green than the previous one. Definitely some brown in there. You can really see the shift in the pan, which is kind of cool. The website describes this as a gold, bronze, green, and maroon red shifting shade. Feels a little foily in the swatch. Cool. Yeah, I think it looks like the more grown-up sibling of this one here. Definitely some more bronze to it, but they look kind of similar at some angles. That's super pretty. I really like that. They are quite similar, just this one has more of a pronounced brown undertone than this one does. I'd say in a way this one, I have to stop saying this one, what was it called again? Phone Home is better if you like brighter shades, and I think this one's better if you, I mean this one is shiftier, so I don't want to say this is only for someone who likes neutrals and is trying to step their toes into color, because I think someone that loves color might really be into this one too, but I definitely think this one's more playful, and this one's more like deep and moody and grungy. I actually really like it. Maybe I do like this one more. Yeah, they kind of look like the same exact shimmer color. This one just has a brighter base, and this one has a deeper base. Awesome. So next up we have the shade Zodiac. This is one that I was really excited about from looking at the swatch on the website. It looks so vibrant in that swatch, and I really like that color. I thought it was very unique. But in the pan, I think it just looks more like a normal violet, and I can kind of tell from looking at it, I'm not sure if it translates on camera, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be one of those foily ones. I'm kind of expecting it now to be one that's more of that balmy kind of formula. The website describes it as a vibrant purple with shifts of copper, pink, and clue. It says clue. I'm assuming they mean blue. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely feels like that thinner formula when I pick it up. Oh, I don't know. Okay, maybe it's more of like a metallic, because it definitely seems like it has more substance to it than Solstice does. I forgot to mention before also that these formula differences aren't named differently. Like the website really acts like these are all the same formula, and I noticed also because I was looking through their previous Aurora shadows, and just for example, they have 4 up still that are all out of stock, but they're still listed on the site, that I swatched in the Halloween Treats video. And Starburst and Jelly were both super shimmery, they were both gorgeous, they blew my mind, I love them. And Hocus Pocus and Joker were both very kind of sheer to me, and I didn't like the formula as much, and I ended up decluttering them. So those 4 that have 2 very distinctly different formulas are all listed in the same category. So I'm not really sure what they mean when they say Aurora. I kind of feel like it's the same also difference in their metallic formula, their metallic on paper formula, that some are super shimmery and super nice, exactly what I like. Some are more balmy. I'm not sure. But let's pop Zodiac on the eye. Okay, I do like this. I think it's what I would describe more as a metallic, but it definitely like packs color. It is a bit multidimensional that you can see from the fact that it looks more silvery and icy around the edges, and more of that like violet color on the lid. It's not going to be one of my favorites from the collection just because it's not that super high shine formula that I love, but I think it's pretty good. I could see myself using this. And I do really like the tone of it. I think it's a very pretty color. Next up we have Alpha. This is one that from the swatch on the website, I wasn't particularly excited about it, just looked like a blue, but looking at it in the pan, it looks more special. It looks really bold. I think it looks like it's going to be one of those chunkier shades. I am excited. The website describes it as a stunning blue shade with shifts of purple, turquoise, and green. So it's interesting, I just picked it up on my finger, and in person I can really see the shift of like purple, blue, and green, but it's not picking up on camera. Still really nice blue. But yeah, in person I see more shifts. That's interesting. Alright, I can see a bit of that purple in the swatch, and maybe even a bit of the green up there. Alright, I'm a fan of this one. This one's really bold, and I really like that. Let me look in the mirror. Yeah, I mean, this is such an annoying thing to say on camera, because why shouldn't you be able to see it? But looking in the mirror, I really see the dimensions way more. I mean, or even now, I see that purple more in the viewfinder too. This shade, if you like bold shades, I think you'll like this one. Again, this one is Alpha. So we have 2 more shades left. The last one I'm going to swatch is one that I'm also particularly excited for. This one here, I'm just, you know, moderately excited for. This is Dark Side of the Moon. I'd say in the pan, it looks kind of like a red copper. It's interesting because for this one, I think the picture of the pan on the website looks a lot more purple, and this one looks a lot more red. But then the swatch, which I mean I should have popped up on the screen anyway, it looks like, alright, I could see this making that swatch, but I can't see that original one making this swatch, you know? The swatch even kind of looks like Forge from Cliona. The description of this on the website says it's a red, purple, orange, green, gold, and brown shifting shade. Glorious. Glorious was their word, not mine. I know I seem like I'd say glorious though. This feels nice when I pick it up. It looks shifty on my finger already. Not in the camera though! What's going on? Come on, Canon. Huh. On camera, I feel like it looks like a scattered red shimmer over this like gray base. So not necessarily my favorite. But then I look at it and it looks like this dirty olive. Let me see if I could do any kind of mirror tricks for you. All right, there you can kind of see it in the reflection. You can kind of see that green. Very peculiar. I do really like the formula of this one. To me, on the eye, in the camera, I think it looks like a dark brown base with like red and pink shimmer. But in my mirror, I can definitely see more dimensions in it. That's interesting. Yeah, not my favorite shade. I think it's a little frustrating it's not showing up on camera. But I think that formula is really nice. And I think if you like this shade, you'll like this. The next shade is Supersonic. This is a shade that I've been very excited about because it looks like a weird mishmash of grungy colors. In the swatch, it looks red, it looks blue, it looks green. I like colors that like you can't explain as well. In the pan, it just looks more of like a gunmetal blue, kind of. Maybe even like a seafoam blue. Is that a color? Am I just making up colors at this point? The website describes it as a purple, green, red, and blue shifting shade. Feels very foily when I pick it up on my finger. And in the swatch, it looks like it's kind of like brown to like a silvery blue. Let's try the mirror out again. How did I angle this before? When I look at it in person though, I definitely see more of that like red or like a berry base to it. This one feels a little bit thinner going on. Oh no, it's definitely building up really nicely. Yeah, this is definitely fulfilling the cool, grungy fantasy on my eye. It reminds me of Abrasion from Cliona, a little bit less blue, but way cheaper, way quicker. Cliona is amazing, but it takes months to get to you. Looxi isn't the quickest either, but in my experience, they usually ship in about 2 weeks. And I mean, hey, this is $3. It's a lot cheaper. Yeah, I really like the shade. You can see also that when I move my eye, it looks more brown. When the light hits it, it looks more kind of like blue and icy. Really cool. So that was the whole new Aurora collection from Looxi. I'm gonna give you kind of like a rough ranking favorites from these. And again, it is subjective because I love that shifty, shimmery formula. If you're someone that prefers metallics, that's why I tried to address it as I was going, because there's some that you might prefer. These are kind of my first impression favorites also, so this is subject to change as I start using these. But I think I'm gonna say Andromeda is my favorite. This is the one that was very green, but with like a big brown shift. I really like that. Also, I'll say that these top 3 favorites are really close to each other. Number 2 is Alpha, that intense, like deep sea blue. Number 3, I'm gonna say is Supersonic, that I have on my eye right now. I just love that like grungy shift to it. I'm gonna say number 4 is Phone Home. Really beautiful. The only reason it's not higher is because it didn't have more of a shift to it. I can't decide from the last 3 either. The last 3 are also really close. I'm gonna say for number 4, Zodiac. This was more of a metallic formula, but I really liked it. I like the color of it a lot. And then I think this might be surprising to some, but I think I'm gonna put number 6 for Solstice, that like really pretty kind of NARS orgasm color, just because I really like the color of it, even though it's not that super shimmery formula. And then maybe it's a testament to how good this collection is. I'm gonna put number 7 as Dark Side of the Moon. This was that shifty, looks like pink and red over a dark base on the eye, but it looks more green in the mirror. And the only reason I'm putting this one so low is that I have Forge from Clionadh, and it does that shift better. So this is entirely subjective. If you don't have Forge from Clionadh, if you don't want to spend $20 on eyeshadow from Clionadh that then you have to wait 4 months to get, this might be a really good $3 option for you. I don't think there's any duds here. In the 3 collection videos that I did, I decluttered on the spot from all of them because there are shades that I was like, these aren't worth my time. I don't ever want to accidentally pick this up instead of one of my better shades. But all of these I like. And I especially like the fact that they're still mostly available on the website or seems like they'll be restocked. You have the freedom to choose which ones that you like. But overall, I'm really happy with them. I would say my advice for shopping with Looxi is don't go off the swatches on the website. Either try to find swatches on Instagram or on YouTube. It's kind of buyer beware because some of them might not be good at all. Some of them might blow you out of the water. But if you're someone that's kind of like careful with money and you don't want to buy things that might not be good, try to buy things that stay in stock longer and you can find testimonials about them beforehand. Thank you so much for watching this. I do a lot of indie shadow content. As I said, I've been swatching these Looxi shadows. I'm planning to go through all of my indie shadow brands and do kind of like a spotlight video for them, so I'm currently working on that. If that sounds good to you, I would really appreciate it if you could give me a like and subscribe to stick around and see more. And that's everything. Bye.